You have all kind of people out there using the term legend very, very, very loosely. This man is a legend. And we're here to chat with a man they call Farmer Nappy. And he's on the inside on tonight on M&ETV. Good evening, boss.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Listen to me. This man, I watch this man walking here. I don't want to say the man age, but I know he doesn't hide it. How, Farmer, how you just keep yourself looking so?
Well, first I don't drink alcohol again.
Nah, you play serious?
Yeah, 23 years now.
Wow.
I'm a recovering alcoholic. I don't drink alcohol again. I smoke. Right? And I'm not the night Jew fella.
Right.
Like I go to perform, you wouldn't see me the next night in a party liming. Oh boy, I just be home. So I just be more mellow.
Yeah, well,
I feel drinking alcohol is a thing what does make people face look old.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have some people on this.
I see friends that is alcoholic way. They look like, older than their age,
Yeah.
So I feel that is one of it.
We have people who work on the show here who I understand what you're talking about. People walking around here and you can see that, I mean, it's alcohol and night dew. Good evening to Peter. Anyway, so, listen, we're really, really happy to have you here. So much things we could talk about. I remember, let me tell you about something I remember about you. Years ago, you came to the Youth Training Center. You and Marshall. Joey brought you all. He was doing a music program. You did a music program, and you all came. And what I remember for a fact, and I know you wouldn't deny it, you were up there, boy. You were very, very, very high. And I remember one of the young men asked you asked you straight out, you don't smoke weed? And your response had me rolling. It was like, you have any? I would never ever forget that.
Well, I mean, I don't hide it.
Yeah.
Because when my mom, a lot of people just fight down herb marijuana and stuff, right? To me, is the abuse of things that just have you going over the edge. I just smoke on a situation where, like, when I finish accomplish something, and when my mom knew I was smoking, she tell me one of the things is smoke at home because the police them doing their job. So I am not hiding, I am a herbalist.
You're a herbalist.
Herbalist.
What I like about you too, Farmer, your music, boy, your music is timeless. Everything you do, all your music is timeless. Tell me a bit about your process as a musician, as a writer, as a performer. What inspires you to do your music?
Well, God, and one of the things is, I grew up in a house with only women. And I did the male figure to me was Winston Montano. Right. I never grew up with my dad. And I know the time of the month when there's a cup. Yeah, I know all things with women, and one of the things growing up with them is like, when they cry, I cry too. So I'm more hooked to women. Yeah. And one of the things is, you cannot give me a song that disrespecting women. You cannot give me a song that with children cannot relate it. And people like Nadia Batson, I want to give her enough respect because she gave me song like, in terms of relationship. Yeah. And in not only relationship is, she give me real songs. That's what's happening in the real world. So Nadia is one of my pet in terms, right? And Shaft Bishop, who really starts, with things like Flirt, My House, these are the people who will blend my career because a lot of people see me write songs like with Music Farm and Footstep and then co-wrote with Marshall. And a lot of people will hear I singing these songs and think I write it. I cannot not give people credit where credit is due. These are the people writing this song for me. One of the things is like Marshall told me is you're singing now. Yes, you write these songs and but you're singing now, go and buy songs to stay in the game. So and he is one of my strongest. He's younger than me, but that is the motivation of my life. Marshall Montano came into this world to take care of Farmer.
And I mean, I don't want to make it about Marshall, but your friendship though.
We're not friends. We're not friends. We are not friends. He is his soul because Marshall is the one who sat down with me and say, yo, you are crashing yourself. You have to go and stop drink, else you cannot work with me, right? He's not my real brother like his mother. I come out of his mother, but he was sent on this earth to protect farmer. And that is real. That is not a story, it's not a joke. And give credit where credit is due. If it wasn't for him, I would not be where I am right now. So it's not about Marshall. This interview is not about Marshall, but my life is about Marshall. And thanks to you for helping me.
Yeah. Your music, no, we all know your music, but you mentioned something off here that I really love. You said, talk about my children. Talk about your children. Tell me about your children.
Well, I never asked for 3 baby mothers. That's one of the things, because I always wanted kids with one person. And as I say, my dad was never there for me.
Right.
This is a mistake that I will never make.
Right.
I for my kids. And in being there for my kids, one of the things real men don't understand, because we fight against each other like mother and father, and we don't know we hurting that little child, right? And one of the things too is, it could have relationship is based on sexual relationship, a war relationship, and a mutual relationship, right? Where you could parent a child together, right? My kids don't live with me. If their mother is not okay, they wouldn't be okay. So if I give my kids 10 cents, I will give 15 cents. So you know what I mean? So it's just something that my mom teach me. And I, for my children, and then because I never get the opportunity to eat ice cream with my dad, so I'm not making joke with none of my kids.
Yeah. So you take parenting, you take being a father seriously.
I am mother and father too.
Yeah.
And I just can't comb here and them kind of thing. But parents is like you see, I will say it because I never grew up in a house with mother and father, but Marshall's mom was my mother. Before my mom died, she asked Marshall, "Mom, would you take care of him for me?" Peter C. Lewis was one of them who we used to hide Peter C. from his parents because they didn't want him to play soca music. But when we go by the Montanos, they will protect us. So we was protected. But at the end of the day, these kids never asked to come into the world, and I don't make joke with kids. One of the things too is my mom always tell me, you meet a woman with a child, you want the cow, you have to take the calf. So I'm just real, you know what I mean, with certain things, and hey, that's who I am.
I love that. You want the cow, you have to take the calf.
You have to take the calf.
I love that.
Yeah, must.
I love that. I love that. You know, in your children, you see any musical?
All of them, they're mad.
Seriously?
Mad. One in Barbados, he's a musician.
Right.
Well, you know what I mean, he can play all instrument. One in Trinidad, Jaden and Joa. Jaden tell me his new name is Young Nappy.
Wow.
I say, why not Young Farmer? He said, no, Young Nappy. Now, Nappy is a name I get from my father, nickname, who never mind me. Right, Nappy, so the Nappy stay. The farmer came from Marshall. So he's telling me he want to sing. My next little son, he ain't looking like he want to sing, but he want to play football. But it's something in them is music, and I seen it, and I'm not forcing them, but it ain't gonna work out. Yeah.
You see, I know this might seem like a weird question, but I don't agree with it. You see any more children in the future?
I don't know what God give, but I'm 52. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't answer that question. But if God permit me to have other kids, I will. I try to avoid it. Because I don't want to, being real, I don't want to be the no 70 and have a 13-year-old and them kind of thing. No disrespect to nobody. You know what I mean? But if God permit me to have it so, it will be so.
Listen, again, words of wisdom.
I want a Chinese this time.
Well, we're going to take a break and come back. We're going to take a break and come back, right? To talk to Farmer Nappy. We're going to talk some more about music with this man right here. Don't go anywhere. Tonight on M&ETV.
Oh,
I see what that Chinese time, yes?
This time I'm Chinese.
Bro, let me get some Chinese in here. Go ahead.
You're not moving your ways by chance, no.